how do I resist going back to an old lady style? As I'm trying to be more bold with my style, but I don't want to get it wrong or look foolish or just waste more money on the wrong clothes. So not uncommon, particularly as we get older, to end up being too scared of dressing too young that we end up old lady. And going to old lady shops because we're too worried about going into shops that seem to be for younger people. So really, you know, you've actually got more chance of dressing too old for fear of dressing too young. In fact, if you worry about dressing too young, it's probably never going to happen to you. So stop worrying about it. It's a worry you can put away. It's not going to happen. Instead, when we're thinking about how do I go bolder but without feeling foolish or without feeling like it's too much, this is related to you and your personality. And the more you know about your personality and what works for you, the easier this becomes. And this is also why I developed my Evolve Your Style program. It's a 31-day style challenge, and it walks you through just trying a little bit of something new, being a little bit bolder in some way or other each day for a month. And by the end of that, you've actually assessed what you like, what you don't like, what you want to do more of. And it's actually can completely change your style in just that 31 days. But what it does is it takes you by the hand, and it does it by baby steps. We are not doing a whole hog change. And this is where people often go too wrong, is they're sick and bored with what they've got. And so they go out and they buy different, but they buy the wrong sort of different because they haven't done the analysis and they don't know what it is that they really like. And what is their version of bold, and how much bold am I really going? Am I going just a little bit bold, or am I going a lot bold? And sometimes too, when we want to get a bit more bold, we have to do it in baby steps because it just helps our brain kind of not feel overwhelmed by it, where it's not too much all at once. So just doing little bits and then expanding and expanding and expanding into that bold can be a good way of doing it. So I would say, like, start with small things. So start with a statement necklace. You don't have to change the whole outfit, just change a statement necklace. Maybe it's wearing a color, like a solid color rather than all neutrals. Maybe it's looking for a pattern that you really love. And patterns are so personal. You've really got to know what your sort of pattern is. I am a floral person, but I don't love every single floral out there. There's florals out there, just not for me. But this is a floral I like. So it's finding what it is that you love, and then working with that, and then sometimes just adding a little bit of something extra, that accessory, that icing, that brings the outfit together and makes it more interesting. And also, fit's really important. One of the often things we have when we get older is we have a greater drive for comfort. And this is because we may have more medical issues. We're sick of, we've had a lifetime of being in clothes that might be uncomfortable, and we just don't want to go there anymore. We have less patience. And so this is where too, that because we're going more for comfort, we can end up wearing clothes that don't fit well, that are baggy, saggy, because they're comfortable. And that is something that these days, because elastane is in almost every fabric, there's very few things that aren't, you can basically buy comfortable versions of everything these days. So it can still look stylish. In the old days, it was you had a woven or you had a knit, and there was no in between. Now you can have knitted, like wovens with elastane, which means that they have stretch in them, so they are way more comfortable. So things can fit better. And fit is really important as far as looking well put together and what works for you. So hopefully some of those tips have helped you. And of course, if you're feeling like you're stuck in a style rut, then I'd love to have you in Evolve Your Style. The new year is a great time too to think about this. Often it's like new year, new me. So as you go past Christmas, it might be something you want to think about to start in the new year, thinking about, where is my wardrobe now, and who do I want to be now, and let's make some decisions based on what I want to get out of this coming year, because I want your wardrobe to support you, to help you to get the things you want in your life. And that is why I'm so passionate about style, because it's not shallow, it's not frivolous. What it really is a way that communicates subconsciously and silently, but helps us feel both better in ourselves and more confident, but also is communicating information about you to the rest of the world. It's a two-way street. And so this is why it's so incredibly powerful, and why I want you to have the wardrobe that supports you to get what it is you want to get out of life. Thank you so much for watching. This is going to be my last live video for the rest of the year. Have a wonderful festive season, and I'll see you again in 2025. Bye for now.